Hey y'all, so Matt here, out here in the shop again, been working, got me a new Anvil stand put together. Very simple. I had all these big posts sitting around, and they're good old posts. I mean, they're weathered looking, but they're all fat lighter on the inside. They're tough as can be, let me tell you. My little old handheld Hercules didn't want to cooperate with it, and neither did my Hercules. I have an Impact as well. Neither one of them really wanted to do it. But so, very simple. I just cut, didn't measure anything, just kind of measured by eye. Like, I know about how tall I like my Anvil to be. I like mine a little taller than some folks do. And I cut this bottom post, accounting for the thickness of this and the height of my Anvil. Basically, I cut a piece, set it down, set this on top, figured out if it was about where I wanted it, trimmed as needed. These two supports on the bottom are just toe-nailed in there. This top piece just toe-nailed in here. This top part will get straps. I will forge some straps that go from like this side over and around on each side, make an X around it, and that'll secure this down better. It already has 3 good half-inch head bolts. That's going to be fun, as I'm missing one, so that's one of those, my favorite thing, a trip to the hardware store for one bolt and a little bit of Ziploc bag. But she's done though, pretty much. She's ready to work anyway. It's heavy enough as is to where there's not a ton of bounce. I did put some chain around the bottom, and I might attach something else around this mess of a workshop to it just for a little added weight, but I ain't too terrible worried about it. I mean, it works. It's got that good ring to it, so she's stable. But yeah, that's just a quick little project for my blacksmith shop I've been working on. Got my forge kind of figured out. Like, I can work like this, but I want to mortar all this in. Like, I got more bricks I got to get for it too. But I want to mortar all this in and like make this a more permanent thing, have it attached to the wall, you know. But for right now, we are ready to get back to work. It's been killing me. I chose to do this during a period where South Alabama is getting, you can hear rain hitting my tin roof right now. We're getting soaked pretty good. So my old forge area was open air. I couldn't work. You can't, you know, I wouldn't even mind working in the rain that much, but I didn't have anything over my head, and you know, the fire. Like, you can't blacksmith with everything wet. So I got out here and had to clean out a bunch, and like, obviously this is still a mess. I've got all of my crap here, but you know, this front little area, I got another, whoa, get out of here, would be, get out of here. But you see, I got my my vise over here, so I can, you know, kind of be at the forge and boom boom boom, do what I need to do, take it over here to the vise and just get back to work. I said the weather, and for an earlier part of this year, I had a bunch of health issues. I wasn't able to do a whole lot of blacksmithing in the first place, but we're getting back to it. I'm pretty tickled. I have a lot of just scrap steel piled right here. I need, that's another thing I probably need to go to the hardware store for, is extra buckets. Nobody tells you this when you get into blacksmithing. 5-gallon bucket's your best friend. You need a 5-gallon bucket for every darn thing. I also have, it's up front. So my grandmother, as anybody who's watched my channel for a while knew, she suffered from very bad lung problems for basically the last third to half of her life. She was in rough shape, right? And she was on oxygen. She had an oxygen concentrator for the house, but she had tanks. And I don't know what was up with this this company that, like, they would give her. She had her concentrator, and then they give her like some of the big stand-up oxygen tanks. Have you ever seen them? And then some little, like, you know, they're size like a 2-liter Coke bottle, kind of. And whenever she passed away, you know, I got a hold of the company. I was like, hey, we currently rent these things from you. Can y'all want them back? You know, and they were very nice about it. The guy on the phone was my favorite person ever. He was wonderful. He never showed up though, but the dude who showed up, I reckon he just didn't care. Like, I'm not gonna drop the name of the business, you know, and you know, kind of talk bad about him, but dude just didn't care. He got most of it, and I think he broke the concentrator getting it in his van, and then he just left one of the tanks, and we never heard from him again. So I've had it sitting out in the sun because I know that bleeds oxygen out of tanks, at least with, like, you know, the oxygen for an oxyacetylene type thing, and I figure it's probably not much different. It's been out there long enough, it's probably mostly safe. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and cut the stem off of it slowly with a hacksaw so I don't generate heat or spark. And once I get down into it to where I know it's not got oxygen in it, it's not pressurized anymore, I'll take an angle grinder. But what I'm going to do with it is it's going to end up somewhere over here. It's going to be a perfectly good, long, thick-walled metal tube, like a big metal can type thing. I can use that for quenching knives in oil, which is, you know, it's just perfect for it. So I'll probably build a little stand for the bottom of it to hold it. But that's about what we got going on right now. We're just getting back to work. So I appreciate y'all joining me for this video, and I'll see you on the next one.